1267 AD, in Tupur, a Sri Vaishnava couple named Sri Anandasuri and Srimati Totaramba were childless for a long time. The voice of Lord Srinivas said to them, "Go for a pilgrimage to Tirupati if you want a child." The couple walked from Kanchipuram to Tirupati. When they reached the temple pond, they decided to bathe.
कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल कर्तव्यं दैवमानीकम् उत्तिष्ठ गोविन्द उत्तिष्ठ गरुडध्वज उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल त्रैलोक्यं मङ्गलं कुरु त्रैलोक्यं मङ्गलं कुरु.
பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு பல கோடி நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டு திண்டோல் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவ்வு திருக்காப்பு அடியோமோடும் நின்னோடும் ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் நின் வலமார்பினில் வாழுகின்ற மங்கையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவோர் ஜோதி வலத்துடையும் சுடராழியும் பல்லாண்டு படைப்போர் புக்கு முழங்கும் அப்பாஞ்சஜன்யமும் பல்லாண்டு. வங்கக் கடல் கடைந்த மாதவனே கேசவனே திங்கத் திருமுகத்து சேழியார் செங்கிழஞ்சி அங்கப்பறை கொண்டவாற்றை அணிபுதுவை பைங்கமலம் தைந்தறியல் பட்டபிரான் கோதை சொன்ன சங்கத்தமிழ் மாலை 30 தப்பாமே இங்கு பரிசுரைப்பார் 2 மால்வரை தோல் செங்கத்திருமுகத்து செல்வத் திருமாலால் எங்கும் திருவருள் பெற்று இன்புருவாய் ரெம்பாவாய். ஸ்ரீ ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
They decided to sleep in the temple that night. night, while they were resting in the mandapam, the Lord Srinivas appeared in their dream as a small Vaishnava boy and called out, Totaramba, Anantasuri, here, take this golden bell. Totaramba swallowed the golden bell in her dream.
திரு அனந்த சூரியரின் துணைவி தோத்தாரம்பாலும் அன்று கண்ட கனாவிலே ஸ்வர்ண கண்டையே உண்டு. திருவனந்த சூரியரின் துணைவி தோத்தாரம்பாலும் அன்று கண்ட கனாவிலே ஸ்வர்ண கண்டையே உண்டு.
In the morning, when they woke up, they told each other their dreams. And they were surprised to know that they had had the same dreams. Then there was a commotion outside the temple walls. Wait, I will go and see what is happening. Every day the priest, before performing the offering to the Lord, rang a golden handbell. That day he kept looking for it, asking, what has happened to the golden handbell? Where has it gone from the Perumal Sannidhi? An investigation was ordered, when the voice of Lord Srinivas said, the bell has been given to Totaramba, and she will deliver a son who will be as great a scholar as Bhagavat Ramanuja. He will firmly re-establish the supremacy of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Even today, no handbell is kept in this temple. Totaramba gave birth to a baby boy. They named him Venkatanatha.
புறத்தாசி திங்களிலே புறத்தாசி திங்களிலே விபவரோஷம் வந்து சவணம் சிறக்கு தூய தூக்குள் துழங்கு வந்தார் வெங்கடவன் அனுகரன் அம்சபூதகாய் வந்து வெங்கடநாதன் என்று திருநாமம் தனை கொண்டார்.
At the age of 5, Venkatanatha's uncle and Acharya, Sri Appalur, took him to Vardharaja temple at Kanchipuram for a spiritual discourse given by Sri Nadadur Amal.
நதாதுரம்மாளும் நல்ல பிள்ளை என புகழ்ந்து நானில் போற்று வாழ்வார் என்று ஆசி அளித்தார்.
The Acharya was reciting the words Paras, Paranam, Paramaha, and he turned to see Sri Appalur with a young, divine, radiant boy prostrating to him. Nadadur stopped the lecture and blessed them. As the boy left, Amal asked, where was I? Can anyone remind me? Can no one tell me the place I was teaching from in the discourse? The boy came running back and said, you were reciting Paras, Paranam, Paramaha. Oh, this 5-year-old boy reminded me where I was teaching in the discourse. Excellent. This boy shall firmly establish the supremacy of our Sampradayam, following the footsteps of Bhagavat Ramanuja. Appalur, please teach your nephew all Vedas, Divya Prabandhams and other Shastras.
ஐந்தாறு வயதினிலே அம்மன புல்லாருடன் காலக்ஷேபகமனமுடன் கேட்புகுணம் தன்னை கொண்ட நதாதுரம் ஆடும் நல்ல பிள்ளை என புகழ்ந்து நானிலும் போற்று வாழ்வார் என்று
7, after his Upanayam or thread ceremony, Sri Appalur started teaching him the Vedas, Divya Prabandhams and other Shastras. In no time, he grasped all that was taught him by his uncle. At the age of 20, he became a scholar. And at the age of 21, he was married to Kanakavalli.
गट्टिमेळं तु नानेना मम जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे भद्राभि सुभगे त्वं जीव शरणागतम्.
One day, Desikan asked his uncle, "What else can I learn and master? Please tell me." "I will teach you the Garuda mantra."
ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे
ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे
सुपर्णपर्णाय धीमहि
सुपर्णपर्णाय धीमहि
तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात्.
तन्नो गरुड प्रचोदयात्।
तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे सुपर्णपर्णाय धीमहि तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात्.
Soon after, Desikan's uncle passed away. After the death of his uncle, Desikan refused to eat, drink or sleep. One day, while still grieving, he climbed up the hill of Tiruvehendrapuram to receive the blessings of divine Garuda.
वैनतेय महासत्त्वा सर्वपक्षिपते विभो प्राग्रह्यतां बलिर्देव मन्त्रपूतो मयोध्यतः.
O the son of Vinata, the high-souled one, the Lord of all birds, accept this as my best offering. Garud appeared. And blessed Desikan with the Hayagriva mantra.
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवम्
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं
निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम्
निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम्
आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम्
आधारं सर्वविद्यानां
हयग्रीवमुपास्महे
हयग्रीव उपास्महे
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवम्
Chant this continuously to receive the blessings of Lord Hayagriva.
आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे
Hayagriva appeared before Swami Desikan. Hayagriva Bhagwan's Lal Amritam fell on the tongue of Swami Desikan and blessed him. Hayagriva took his seat on Swami Desikan's tongue. He also gave a Hayagriva idol to Swami for his daily worship.
திரு ஐந்தை தளமதில் திரு ஐந்தை தளமதில் ஔஷதாரிகிரி தன்னில் கருடாழ்வர் சேவை கொண்ட ஞான பிரான் என்று ஹயக்ரீவரை ஆராதைத்து
Swami Desikan composed the famous Hayagriva Stotra, Devanayaka Panchashat in Sanskrit, and Achyuta Shatakam, Mummani Kovai, and Navamani Malai in Tamil. After a while, Swami Desikan's wife, Kanakavalli, gave birth to a son and named him Vardhacharya.
ಮೋಹಚಂದಮೌಳಿ ದಿನಹರಮಜ್ಯ ಠಿಯೋ ತುಜ್ಯ ಚಿಗುರ ಬಾರಲ್ಗಾನೋ ಮೋಹಚಂದಮೌಳಿ ದಿನಹರಮಜ್ಯ ಠಿಯೋ ತುಜ್ಯ ಚಿಗುರ ಬಾರಲ್ಗಾನೋ ಅಗಠಿ ಅಗಠಣಾ ಸತ್ಯಂ ಸತ್ಯಂ ಠಾವೇ दास सच्च समगम अगटि अगटना सत्यं सत्यं ठावे दास सच्च समगम
Vardhacharya soon grew up into a young Vaishnavite, and he too followed his father's footsteps in learning and shone like his father. During this time, Swami Desikan composed the Shatakam in Tirupati.
प्रपद्येतं गिरिं प्रायः श्रीनिवासानुकम्पया इक्षुसारसवन्त्येव यन्मूर्त्या शर्करायितं
Adiyan, I seek refuge on the sacred hill of Tiruvenkatam, which has its origin from the flow of the mercy of the Lord. The sweet grace of the Lord has crystallized into this hill of Tiruvenkatam. Lord Srinivas appeared to bless Swami Desikan, and on the hill of Tiruvenkatam gave him the title of Vedanta Acharya. After his tour of North India, Swami Desikan was asked to come to Sri Rangam by other acharyas for a debate to prove the correctness of the Sampradayam in accordance with the scriptures. On the way to Sri Rangam, he halted at Sri Perumbudur, the birthplace of Bhagavat Ramanuja. And there he composed a stotra, Yatiraj Saptiti, on Sri Ramanuja to seek his blessings to win the debates. In Sri Rangam, Desikan debated with all the scholars for 7 days. And Swami Desikan demolished every argument. Karma? Punarjanma? How stupid! Karma, Punarjanma has always existed. Karma is what keeps us returning again and again into the cycle of samsara, till both good and bad karma are neutralized. You will keep returning to this world. The scholars who had debated had to accept defeat and became his disciples. One day, Swami Desikan passed a Vaishnavite who prostrated to him. His friend asked him, "Why did you give him so much respect? Is he a greater composer than Tirupan Alvar? Can he compose 1000 hymns in praise of Lord Ranganatha in one day?" Desikan heard this and thought, "I shall accept the challenge. O Ranganatha, please help me compose 1000 stotras." Lord Ranganatha immediately told him, "Compose the stotras on the divine sandals called Paduka."
श्रीशं नमामि शिरसा यदुशैलदीपम्
Swami Desikan taught the whole day and did not compose anything. Then, at 4 o'clock in the morning, his disciples came to wake him up. He started composing the stotras, and in less than 3 hours had composed 1008 stotras. Even a fast recitation of the stotras takes longer than 6 hours.
श्रीरङ्गपृथ्वीश चरणत्राणशेखरः जयन्ति भवनत्राण पादपङ्कजं रेणवः
With extreme joy, the great men bear the revered Paduka of Sri Ranganatha on their heads. That's why they shine gloriously. The dust from their feet is powerful enough to grant protection for all the worlds. This shows he was a lion among the poets, Kavitarka Simham.
அரங்கனே அன்பு கொண்டு அரங்கனே அன்பு கொண்டு கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மம் என்று அரங்கநாயகி மகிழ சர்வதந்திர ஸ்வதந்திராகி அரங்கனே அன்பு கொண்டு கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மம் என்று அரங்கநாயகி மகிழ சர்வதந்திர ஸ்வதந்திராகி
Swami Desikan undertook a vow called Uchavritti, whereby he depended wholly on the Supreme Lord for his household needs by accepting grains and vegetables donated by disciples voluntarily without seeking it. One day, his disciples mixed gold coins along with the rice without his knowledge and offered it to him. He gave it to his wife and told her, "Make prasadam to offer to God and then for us to eat later." The wife took the plate and started separating the rice and vegetables. Suddenly she said, "Look, what is all this shining in the rice?" Swami saw it and said to himself, "Oh, these gold coins must have been given by my well-wishers, but I have never taken any monetary help, and I shall stop my wife from taking any either." He took some darba grass and gave it to his wife, saying, "Don't touch those, they are like a pest. Remove them with this darba grass." The wife, though surprised, did as she was told. Once, a young boy wanted money to get married. So he approached the rich people of Kanchipuram.
सदा मोदं देहि वरदराज पाहि मां सदा
All of you are so rich. Could you please help me with some money to get married? No? Okay, I will ask someone else. Will you help me with some money as I need to get married? Some of them were jealous of Desikan and "Come, we will go and ask Tayar. Let us go to the Tayar Sannidhi." As they went, Desikan recited the Shri Stuti.
मानातीतप्रदितविभवा मङ्गलं मङ्गलानां वक्षः पीठीं मधुविजयिनो भूषयन्तीं स्वतान्त्या प्रत्यक्षानुश्रविकमहिमा प्रार्थिनीनां प्रजानां श्रेयो मूर्तिं श्रियमशरणस्त्वां शरणं प्रपद्ये शरणं प्रपद्ये शरणं प्रपद्ये.
At the end of the Shri Stuti, gold coins rained down from the sky. money. The young boy gave some coins to Desikan and said, "You also accept some money for your trouble?" Desikan never touched a single coin, and the jealous people of Kanchipuram were ashamed of their behavior and went to seek his pardon. Once, a snake charmer challenged Desikan by saying, "Oh, everyone says you excel in all the arts. Come here." The snake charmer opened his basket and let out his deadly snakes. "Now control these poisonous snakes if you have the knowledge." Desikan took a stone and, drawing a line on the ground, recited a mantra. None of the snakes could cross the line he had drawn. The snake charmer said, "Okay, I will let out my most deadly of snakes." The snake tried to bite Desikan, but Desikan chanted the Garuda mantra. And Garuda came and picked up all the snakes and flew away.
रोचिष्टराजिनि राजितं कान्तिनि कल्लोलिनी राजितं नमः पन्नगनद्धाय वैकुण्ठवशवर्तिने श्रुतिसिन्धुसुधोत्पाद मन्दराय गरुत्मते मन्दराय गरुत्मते मन्दराय गरुत्मते.
The snake charmer fell at his feet and wept and said, "I am so sorry. Please give me back my snakes. They are my only source of livelihood." So Desikan prayed to Garuda again.
Garuda gamana samayamite karuna joda Garuda gamana samayamite karuna joda
Garuda then brought back all the snakes. Once there was a powerful magician who said, "Everyone praises this Desikan. He has such divine power that whichever god he prays to comes down on earth. Let me show him my power." He goes to a pond and with a mantra, he drinks up all the water in it, making Swami's stomach bulge. In the meanwhile, Desikan says, "Why is my stomach hurting?" His stomach grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Desikan realized that the magician was the mischief maker. He goes to a pillar and with his fingernail he scratches it and the water gushes out. The magician is astonished and humbled at Desikan's superpowers and begging his pardon falls at Desikan's feet. incidents of miracles happened in Swami Desikan's life that proved he was not simply a scholar and teacher, but well versed in all the crafts. He worked as a mason, a sculptor, and even a shoemaker to prove his versatility.
கேணி ஒன்று தானே கட்டி கேணி ஒன்று தானே கட்டி தானே தன் சிலை வடித்து கலை பல கட்டுணர்ந்து கவிஞான போட்டு வாழ்ந்து இருவகின்ற புகழ் சுகத்த வாழ்ந்து சுகப்பிரகாசித நூலை காட்டு கலியம் மாறல் தமிழ் வரி போட்டு கலியுக ஞான வைராய போட்டு
Swami lived to the ripe old age of 101 years. In the year 1369, he called his son and kept his head on his lap. He left for his heavenly abode while listening to the Tiruvaimori and Upanishads. His mummified body is kept next to Tayar Ranganayaki's shrine, as it was ordered by the Devi. Tayar also ordered that no other Acharya Sannidhi will be made hereafter inside the temple as a mark of respect to this great Acharya.
வேதாந்த தேசிகர் பாதாரவிந்தம் தோழ பாபவினை அகன்று ஆன்மருள் சுரக்கும் அருள் தருளாதான நிகமாந்த மகாதேசிகர் வேதாந்த தேசிகர் பாதாரவிந்தம் தோழ பாபவினை அகன்று ஆன்மருள் சுரக்கும் பாபவினை அகன்று ஆன்மருள் சுரக்கும் பாபவினை அகன்று ஆன்மருள் சுரக்கும் ஸ்ரீமன் வெங்கடநாதார்யः कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो में सन्निधत्ता